For years I've worn a lapel pin. Usually it's a U.S. flag. Sometimes it's a Chicago flag. A little sign of pride, faith, family, where I'm from. But one Sunday years ago, I decided to change it up. I was in a Catholic store on Michigan Avenue, and while checking out, I spotted a small cross lapel pin in the bargain bin. A couple of bucks. I thought perfect, a good Catholic touch. So I bought it, pinned it on my jacket, and I wore it proudly to Mass that weekend. After Mass, Father Dunn walks up to me and says, "Hey, I didn't know you were a deacon, Steve." I said, "I'm not." He smiled and pointed at my pin. "Well," he said, "that pin is for a deacon." I was so embarrassed. I didn't know. So I took it off immediately. I later gave it to Deacon Frank to Frank. He loved it. He wore it often. And every time I'd see him at church or a parish event, he'd grin and we'd both laugh about my ignorance. I tell that story because recently my nephew texted me an image that stopped me in my tracks. It was titled "Proper Postures at Mass," and under the section for the Our Father, it said people should have their hands folded in prayer. No holding hands, no imitation of the priest. And once again, I was embarrassed because no one had ever told me that. Like many people, I just followed what everyone else did, holding hands, raising them up. So I decided to look it up for myself. And here's what I found. During the Our Father, the priest prays with his hands extended, palms up, arms open, what's called the orange posture. He does this because he's praying in the person of Christ, offering the prayer on behalf of the congregation. The laity, that's us, are encouraged to keep our hands folded in prayer, in humility, in reverence. It's not wrong to pray devoutly, but the church reminds us that each role at Mass has its own meaning and posture. Our gestures matter. They express what we believe. The priest leads the prayer. We join our hearts with his, not by copying his movements, but by uniting with the prayer itself. Just like that deacon's pin, sometimes we do things with good intentions, but without full understanding. And when we learn better, we can smile, adjust, and grow in reverence with the mystery we're part of. Because every gesture at Mass tells a story, and it's worth knowing what story we're telling. That's the Catholic side. See you at Mass. Hands folded.